Hello, party people. This one's insanity is becoming the watchword in Canada. Let's just put it this way. Thumbnail says it all. We've had tyranny of the majority. Why don't we try some tyranny of the minority? So, a quote from Edmund Burke to start. In a democracy, the majority of the citizens is capable of exercising the most cruel oppressions upon the minority. Yeah, fair, but, yeah, check this shit out. Yeah, Mark Carney is nothing if not reassuring.
Indigenous leaders, there will be full consultation on major projects.
It fully respects treaty-based environmental assessment processes. In fact, those will be essential for anything that we move forward.
Okay. Oh, silence. So, from Pascal Engelhardt, Canada will now require unanimous First Nations approval for all major projects. And as Mr. Engelhardt says, congrats, Canada, you voted yourself into eternal paralysis and poverty. For fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm absolutely right there with him. What we've got here now is a case of... It's not even a democracy. From that Edmund Burke quote, it's the majority oppressing the minority. That's not what this is. Now it's the minority telling the majority what they can and can't do in their own country. It's insanity. I've been saying for a while, the entire Indian Act system should have been scrapped years ago. And these people should be made full citizens of this country with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. Now we're seeing what happens when we have a prime minister so stupid as to cater to every other interest than the majority of his people. Well, I wouldn't even want to be counted among his people. I think the better term would be constituents. Not that I actually voted for the fuck, but let's leave that aside. The big problem is that now, not only do we have Quebec able to say, no, you can't put a pipeline in, now we have every single tribe and band in the country able to say it? What good is a country that's that... The right word is, in fact, paralyzed. Excuse me. More than that, I mean, you're talking about telling people that whether they like it or not, their government is going to completely ignore the will of the majority, even though that's the thing that supposedly put them in power, and just suborn the entire economic potential of the country to a tiny fraction of that country. If I recall correctly, the native population of this country, and really they shouldn't be called native, First Nation even is a little bit of a misnomer. Maybe the people who were here before the white guy, that would be a better term. But those people who make, as far as I understand, somewhere between 4 and 7% of the population, if not less, and maybe a little more. If I'm wrong, by all means, there's a comment box right below me. Jump in and tell me I'm wrong. Some of you have taken to doing it lately anyway. And I actually do appreciate it if you tell me I'm wrong, and I am wrong. I will correct myself. But this absolutely asinine idea that we have to cater to every single little tiny minority. Really. So when are you going to give Newfoundlanders control of the fishing rights and the policies around fishing in the North Atlantic area? We're the ones most affected by them. No? You're going to elect another fisheries minister from fucking Manitoba somewhere? Huh? Never seen the ocean before they got the job? Yeah, do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, party people, I hope you're doing well. I hope you continue to do well. And as always, rise and rise again until lambs become lions. See you in the next one. Hello, party people. So, you've probably just finished watching one of my videos, and I appreciate your time. That said, if you're watching on YouTube, because they've changed the way they evaluate their views, I need to ask a favor. You need to commit some form of engagement in order for me to have it count as a view. because for some reason YouTube no longer thinks watching something counts as a view. They need some form of engagement to prove you actually watched it. So like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Any of those things would be appreciated. Other than that, if you want to support me, and this would help me with endeavors across all the platforms I do my content creation on, you can look at Ko-Fi, which is right there in the ticker right at the moment, or you can go over to my Redbubble and pick up some merchandise there. The designs that have been flashing on screen for a while are examples of the designs that I have. You can pick these up on a variety of different products, and yeah, I'll probably end up leaving them up. Though, from time to time, I will put up something that will be time limited. Some of the designs, the Walrus King especially, for example, I intend to leave up all the time because I just love that, and my Ardent Plays logo is for my other Rumble channel. Other than that, I hope you're doing well. I hope you continue to do well. And as always, rise and rise again until lands become lions. Bye-bye.